Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book addict. There's so many books. Hello everyone. Today's video is gonna be my September wrap up. I was gonna say TBR. So this month I've read 9 books. I feel accomplished. I would have read more, but I always go through that period in the month where I'm just like, I don't want to read for like 5 days straight. I think this month was about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. I didn't read, so I pretty much only read like a good 2 weeks. A little more. No, I think it was like a good week in total I didn't read. Because there's just some days where I can't get reading in. I can't. I'm tired, I'm lazy, and like I was helping build furniture for my sister, and that was a drag, so I didn't read that night. And then I was sick, but I did read on my sick days. So how about I stop rambling and I talk about the beautiful books I read this month. Alright, the first book I finished this month, because this was one that I had started at the very end of last month, but I hadn't finished yet, and that was Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars because I didn't really like it, and it would have gotten a 2, but it got better at the end. I thought it was way too predictable, and there was just so many cliches, I couldn't swallow them all down, and it was still written really well and stuff, like parts of it, but I liked the idea of the world and all that other fun stuff, but you messed it up with some of the writing. But it's still pretty good, but I have no interest in reading the next 2 books that come after this. Like, none at all. No thank you. I will keep this on my shelf because it is a super pretty sparkly blue spine. But that's the only reason why it's going all the way to the bottom, where I don't really like, I don't really care for those books, but sorry, 3 out of 5. And then I finished the beautiful yet very, very long, it took me forever, Winter's Tale by Mark Halperin. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was beautifully written. It's just so pretty. I think that's all I can say about it. It's just so pretty. I do only recommend this though for people who truly like to read. If you're a reader because you like words and you like reading words, and this is beautiful for you because the descriptions in this book, it's a wash of words, just like cascades over you like a waterfall. But it's not for people who just like to read because of entertainment purposes. This is a different type of read. But it's so beautiful. Then I picked up, if I can just move my stuff out of the way. Then I picked up the Governors Quartet bind-up that I have. This was also on my TBR. I only read 3 of them. I read The Giver, Gathering Blue, and Messenger, but I did not like how The Messenger turned out, and it just made me not want to read the series. I gave the first 2 5 out of 5 stars. The Messenger, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And it's not that it's written bad at all. I just didn't like where it was going. This is not what I signed up for. I went in with expectations. I did. It's not even expectations, but when you think dystopian, I don't know. I don't know. I'll read it eventually. So that last little chunk there, that last bit, this right here, is the sun, and I'll read that maybe 5 years from now, maybe tomorrow. Okay, no, I'm definitely not going to read it tomorrow, but we will see. But I gave, the first one being Mortal Instruments. I said that really weird. Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. It just got me so excited to get into a book like this because, and I said this in videos before, the last 2 videos, and both of them I mentioned how something about Cassandra Clare's writing really reminded me of Ella J. Smith, and I was just like, oh, I need to read her now. But, it gave me all the feels, and I loved it. I love Jace, I love Simon, I love Clary, she's super cool, and it's so perfect. And I really like this cover. I'm happy I got this, hardcover of the movie thing. It's just so pretty. So yeah, I loved this. And then immediately after, I read City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I thought it was spectacular. I gave it another 5 out of 5 stars. I have a book talk on that. I'll link it below. But I'm just really excited, and I'm kind of just documenting along the way as I read the series. But I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It's just, oh my god, Jace. And Simon. I love Jace and Simon. I love you. And then I decided to take a break from World Instruments because I did not want to read the series too fast and just like kind of crash through it really fastly. And then I read Speak by Laurie Hulse Anderson. I got this book at Goodwill for 75 cents and it was like awesome condition. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was kind of boring, kind of dark, but it got a 4 out of 5, not a 3 out of 5, because the story, the message is trying to get across is beautiful. But this is one of those things where I've seen the movie and there was really no need to read the book. It only took me like 2.5 hours to read this book. There's literally no need to read the book if you've seen the movie. It's like the same thing, like pretty much the same thing. So yeah, but this was good. But I'm glad to have taken it off my TBR list. And the last like full book I read this month was Beautiful Malice by Rebecca James. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars because I actually really liked it. I would have given it a 5 out of 5. But there was just some things towards the end that really bothered me, and then one thing throughout the whole thing. First off, this book is about a girl named Katie, well, Catherine, Katie, whichever, whose sister gets murdered, and the book is told in 3 different points in her life. The night of the murder, 2 years after the murder, and then after those 2 years, 5 years in the future. So in total 7 years after the murder, and she's grown and has a daughter at that point. But there was definitely a plot twist. That was really awesome. I wasn't expecting that at all. I just thought the bitch was crazy. But it was really good. And the only thing that really bothered me was that Rebecca kept, the way they would talk about the sister was just kind of weird. I don't know. I would have changed that. I would have put it in the conversation differently. And then towards the end it got a little rushed. 50 extra pages. And then that last little chunk would have been really good. Just really good. But I really enjoyed this. Super fast read. Only 256 pages. I recommend this if you like thrillery basic reads. This is good for someone who's getting into thriller or wants to get into thriller and is like super, I don't know. I enjoyed it. And then, where is it? Oh. And last night, because today's the 30th and I'm posting this the day that I'm filming it, but last night I finally started City of Glass because I didn't read for 2 days and it took me a little longer than I should have to read this one. And I am already, I've read 91 pages. I'm on chapter 5 and I'm loving it. Of course I'm loving it. Like, it's so good. So I of course intend to finish reading this month, but I am not going to do my TBR yet because I'm waiting for a book that should be here today and I would like to physically hold the book, and then I'm waiting for 2 books for tomorrow. I am on this like L.J. Smith rampage. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.